I think I'm going to turn this light off if y'all are okay with that. I have a light, but it's right in my eye this morning. Here we go. Good morning and welcome into Mindful Movement. Today is Wellness and Recovery Wednesday. So today we're going to talk about another stretch. We did one the other day and it was the forward fold. Today I want to talk about the single leg forward fold and how these things can help with stress management and relaxation. If you're following me on Clapper, tap the screen where you see me, throw out some love there. It'll send me out to the algorithm. Facebook, there's emojis at the bottom of the screen. If you put those emojis in there or you make comments or anything like that, it will share me out to the algorithm. Let it know that I'm here. I just want to throw out a little disclaimer. I am just a fitness trainer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist, and I'm not a physical therapist. I am just here to encourage you to get up and move and give you helpful tips along the way. So, welcome in. If you're new here, drop the comment new. Let me know that you're new into my lives and that you are first time here. If you're one of my regulars, write regular in the comments. Type regular down there. Let me know some of my regulars are coming back to see me. Like I said, we're going to talk about how movement and stretching can help manage stress. Plus, we're going to go through that single leg forward fold stretch for a deep hamstring and lower back release. That's what it's good for. I'm going to take a breath for a second. Can everybody see me okay? If I need to, I can turn that light back on. It was just right in my face and it was kind of killing me this morning. So if you need me to turn that light on, throw a light emoji in there if you can't see me well, and I will bump my light back on so we can get this going. First off, managing stress through movement. Why does movement help with stress relief? First off, stretching. I'm so sorry. My dog has decided she wants to show me some company. She's always over me. Good morning. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We got to love them, right? I'm going to scoot her on out. Go, go. You can stay at the door. Good girl. All righty, I'll get back to it. Oh my goodness, what a way to start the morning, right? Okay, so why does these movements help with stress relief? Stretching activates the parasympathetic nervous system. The deep breathing and stretching, it lowers those stress levels and it calms the body. And then gentle movement, it just increases that blood circulation and it delivers the oxygen and the nutrients to those really tired muscles. I do want to say that my disclaimer is back here for Facebook. If you're watching, guys, it's still backwards. If y'all are any techie people for Facebook, tell me how to fix that because it's driving me nuts. I like my people to see all my stuff, so I'm just going to throw that out there. If you're just joining in and you're watching along, throw me in some purple hearts. Let me know that you're watching while we do this. Have you tried the single leg forward fold? If you have, let me know. Let me know with just an emoji in the comments or just the word yes will work. I'm going to take a breath and walk to the screen really quick to see if anything has come in. Oh, yeah. Hi, puppy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, thank you, Junior. Well, I don't have the 3 dots in my live. I don't know why. It's just... So I'll try to look into that. Thank you very much. Okay, so... why there's a link between the stretching and the muscle tension. So stress makes us hold tension, and we hold our tension in our shoulders, in our our neck, in our lower back, sometimes even like in our hips, women do. I know that whenever I get stressed, my shoulders, they get all tense and I feel like my shoulders are touching my earlobes, you know? So when we're stressed, these things happen. Tight hamstrings and hip flexors are also common with prolonged sitting and stress, okay? And then stretching helps release all that stored tension and it helps improve your posture. So if you remember we've talked about breathing to relax and relieve some of that stress. So with that, you do the breathing techniques, you do the stretching techniques, and you do those in combination, and it should help with some of that stress. So has anyone done the forward fold before? If you have, let me know. Let me know if you like it. I went over the forward fold last week, and this week, since we are still following that discussion, I want to focus more on the single leg forward fold because some people feel like the double leg forward fold is a little bit more difficult. Even with the modifications, sometimes it matters. Make sure that if you ask me a question, put a purple heart or two behind it. That way I know it's something that I need to come and address. And I'm away from the screen, so it's a little bit harder for me to see things. But as soon as I get up and I come closer, I will make sure to do that. And you know what? My screen came unplugged. Oh! Oh, thank you. Okay. My screen came unplugged. I'm on a small phone on Clapper, and let's see. There we go. Okay. I'm on a small screen on Clapper, so I plug into a little bit larger monitor. Sorry for all the interruptions. Here we go again. The first thing I want to say before we start with this, number one, the muscles worked. You work those hamstrings, you work that lower back, you work those calves, and you work those glutes when you're doing this stretch, okay? This is the single leg forward fold. Common mistakes that people make, which I'm going to show when we're down here, is they round that back way too much when they go down. Instead of just hinging at your hips, because you want to fold at your hips to reach for your feet. Forcing the stretch is another issue that people have, is like they really want to push through and they want to make sure they feel it. This needs to be like a deep feeling stretch, but you do not want it to be painful. Then holding your breath. When you stretch, you want to make sure that you're inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, making sure that you take nice deep breaths when you do this. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to show you the single leg forward fold. Make sure that you can see me. If you cannot see me, throw in some red hearts. That way I know I need to readjust. I'm going to go down. Here we go. Looks like I can see myself on Facebook and Clapper. Okay? All right, so for the forward fold, you're going to sit on the floor with both of your feet extended out straight. And then you're going to bend one leg in, just like this. I put my foot on the inside of my thigh, around my knee. And then I start adjusting from there. So if I can go all the way up, perfect. If you can only touch your calf, that's okay too. So you're going to inhale as you hinge, and you're going to exhale as you stretch, okay? So you're going to inhale. And as you stretch down, you're going to feel this in the back of that straight leg. So as you go down, you're reaching toward your toes. It's okay if you cannot reach your toes. You can always bend that knee a little bit and focus on the forward fold. Okay, you do not want to lock that leg out too much because then that's going to tighten everything and it's going to make this stretch a little bit harder, especially if you're not very flexible yet. If you have trouble with this, and you cannot reach your feet, okay? Say you get that foot here and you're like, okay, I don't want to do this. I can't reach my toes well. You can grab you a yoga towel. You can grab you a laundry towel. You can grab you a resistance band. Anything that extends that length for you. It'll give you longer arms, right? So you're going to wrap it around the bottom of that foot. Okay, you see that? Oh, shoot. So you wrap it around your foot. I'm glad I didn't have too much resistance on that. That would have hurt. So you wrap it around your foot. And then you pull the resistance band. You see how my toes are straight. Okay. Now, you saw what just happened to me. If you have a towel or something, or if you have something a little heavier around your foot, it'll pop off if you don't have that foot just right. So you're going to use the resistance band to help you with that hip hinge, okay? So you're going to hinge over just like this. Even though my hands are not outstretched, I still feel this in the back of my leg, okay? You want to feel this in your calves. So if you do that, your toes are going to come up. You want to make sure that your towel is a little bit further down. You want it in the center of your shoe. So when you hinge down, now you feel it in your calf. I feel it behind my knee and all the way up my leg. So that's in the back and your hamstrings. So the more you pull that toe forward toward you, the more you're going to feel this in the back of your leg. If you don't want to use this or you don't have anything handy, you can always bend that knee a little bit and still do that reach down, just like this. As long as this leg is slightly bent, it's okay. You don't have to touch your other leg. You can even it up with your, almost like the forward fold or the figure four that we did the other day. We did a figure four the other day. And remember I said you want your legs to look like it's in the size of a 4. So that's what you're doing. So then you're just going to lean over. See, I'm hinging right here at my hips, leaning over. My back is straight, okay? And I'm breathing in and out. You can always do this just leaning over. If you need to touch your legs, you can. Anything that helps you get that fold in. So, like I said, if you have any issues with going too far, that's a beginner tip, is just to use a towel. You can bend that knee some, relax that a little bit. If your hamstrings are extremely tight, then remember to bend that knee, and it takes a little bit of that pressure off without having it extended all the way out. If there are any questions, go ahead and ask. In the comments, I'm going to make my way to standing, and then I'll come toward the devices to answer. I do have to take it slow, so if you're new in here and you've never seen this, it takes me a minute to readjust. Man. All right. Does anybody have any questions before we move forward with the rest of the discussion? I always like to give beginner sets and recommendations because I do get a lot of questions for that. Whenever I first started, I was not given those recommendations, but I have decided to open up and give a recommendation. That way, if you're in here and you're listening and you want to try this today, then you can start today. So the normal recommendation is 30 seconds. If you're a beginner and you are extremely tight, hamstrings are sore, you're always, you just have so much trouble with this, and then you go into that fold, set a stopwatch. You don't have to set your timer for 30 seconds and force yourself through that. Okay, so if it's miserable, don't follow it that far. So set you a stopwatch or count. Count for as long as you can, and as long as you can control that movement for a few seconds, and then relax. But my biggest recommendation is pay attention to how long it lasted. How long did you hold it that time? Next time, try to go a little bit further. So if you went for, say, 15 seconds the first time, try for 20 seconds the next time. You're working yourself up to try to get to 30 seconds, but it's okay if you don't make 30 seconds the first time. So 20 to 30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds, you start where you need to start, and then you go from there. Remember, you just want to be a little bit better tomorrow than you were today. That's all we're looking for. So you want to try 2 to 3 sets of these. So if you get 15 seconds that first round, and that second round, you're like, oh, this was pretty easy. Okay, take you a few deep breaths, go back into it. You want to rest a few seconds in between. I always recommend at least 10 seconds of rest in between. So you want to take a 10-second rest, 10 to 15 seconds, and then you go back into that next one. You feel really good about it, so you say, okay, well, I'm going to try for 20. Okay, good, great. So you get that second round in, and you feel really good about it. If you don't feel comfortable going a third time, don't. Focus on that third time the next time you stretch. Okay, so we're looking for 2 to 3 sets. Each set is anywhere from 10, 15, 20, up to 30 seconds. Making sure that you rest 10 to 15 seconds at least in between. Okay, so that's my suggestions for beginners. Did you try this stretch while we were doing this? If you tried this stretch while I was down here, let me know how it felt. Did it ease anything? Did it help anything? Did it make anything feel worse? If it made anything feel differently, please let me know and we can try to modify it while we're here. All right. I'm going to move on. If any questions come in, make sure to throw purple hearts at the end so I can address the questions. The biggest thing that I can say about stretching and stress release. Evening stretching, it helps signal the body that it's time to wind down. So if you take 5 minutes to do just a little bit of stretching before you go to bed, it helps relax your body. So find that time. Set you a timer for 5 minutes and just do you a small stretching routine before you go to bed. It will relax your body, it will help you sleep better, and it will help those muscles. If you've been doing any of my workouts, whenever we do them, it'll help relax those muscles before you go to bed. And then also, before you go to bed, make sure that you drink a glass of water. Okay, so all these different things are going to help. Other movements that can help with stress relief. Taking a walk outside. Okay, that fresh air, the movement, it'll lower those stress hormones, cortisol. Taking some gentle yoga movements or Tai Chi. Those things, they lower your heart rate and it promotes mindfulness. Foam rolling is another one. I have not done a discussion on this, but I plan to do one in the future of foam rolling. It's a self-massage for stress release and it helps with muscle recovery. So keep these things in mind. I'm going to step close to the devices to see if any questions have come in and I will answer them. Yeah. Yes. It's a shower is a good way to heat your muscles up. Taking a nice warm bath or a nice warm shower gets those muscles, especially if you start moving them while you're in the shower. That's a great way to warm up your muscles. If you have lower back pain or anything like that, whenever you do this stretch, make sure to take a little tension off. You can always move the bent foot down some. You can move it up some. You have to just kind of feel which one makes the back pain less. And then also remember, if you need to, bend that knee a little bit when you go down into that forward fold. That should release some of that tension. And remember, if you're using a band or a towel, don't hit yourself in the head. That's always a good one, right? Don't hit yourself in the head. How to make stretching a daily habit. Pair your stretching with another habit that you have. If you get up in the morning and you have a cup of coffee, take your cup of coffee, have a seat on the floor, and do a quick little stretch routine. That's a good habit to add. If you have an evening wind down routine, add it into your evening. It only takes 5 minutes. That's it. This will help your body. In those 5 minutes, you will not believe the change that it will help after you do this and make it a routine. Set a timer every hour. So if you're at work, set yourself a timer. We have timers for everything nowadays. Make that one of them. Set you a timer in every hour, hour and a half. Get up, move around, especially if you sit a lot. Your body needs to move. So the longer you sit, the more stiff your body is going to be. So if you sit at a desk, kind of set yourself a reminder just to get up. Or even just go from your chair, turn out to the side, and stretch a little bit. Turn side to side a little bit. Just get your body moving. Consistency. Stay at it. Keep moving. Keep trying. If it's hard the first time, keep going. It'll get easier each time that you do it. All right. We're almost to the end of the discussion this morning. If there's any question, now is the time. Throw them in here. Remember, if you want to see any of these recaps, I go in, after I'm done here, I edit these, and I put them into a YouTube playlist. If you subscribe to me, you'll be notified when that comes up. I am a little bit behind right now. I'm still catching up on the week, but those should be in within the next couple of days. Also, if you want to get direct links to these, my newsletter will give you the direct links to these. So if you sign up for my newsletter, or if you would like to sign up to my newsletter, DM newsletter in the comments and I will send you, DM newsletter to me and I will send you the link to join my newsletter. If you're watching the replay on Facebook, you can comment replay, comment newsletter, and I will send you the link to my newsletter. I do have a beginner's program coming up. I've been working really hard on to get it finalized. And I want you to learn the whys, the whats, the hows, on all of the questions that you may have. So my beginner's program is going to be starting up soon. If you're in Facebook, comment beginner and I will send you some information on my beginner's program. If you're not on Facebook, DM me beginner and I will send you some information on my beginner's program so you can make a decision if that's something that is right for you. I think I've covered a lot of stuff this morning. How's everybody feel about this? Drop me in some happy faces. Give me something to let me know that this was beneficial for you today. I like to be valuable, so if I'm not valuable, I need to change my direction a little bit. And if not, oh, no worries, no worries. I'm glad you were here today. I'm going to scroll and see if there's any questions. Lakia, yeah. Well, we've already discussed stretching, Lakia, and I am planning, I know that I sent you links before for stretches that you could do, but I'm actually thinking about putting them together into a playlist or into one video. So when I do that, I will make sure to get you the link. And if you're not in my newsletter, whenever I get these posted up, I'll start putting them in my newsletters too. That way everybody can get them. Good. I know that you sit a lot during the day, so I hope that it is helpful. So if there's no questions and nothing else, I think I've covered everything this morning. I do have a few extra things that I'm going to be putting into my YouTube channel over the next few days. I have a full body warm up that I want to add into my YouTube channel. So if you're not part of my newsletter, go ahead and join my newsletter because that's going to be in it. I have 2 or 3 different things. Of course, now I've just told Lakia that I'm going to make sure to put it all together. I sent her a stretching routine a while back. I'm going to put the whole thing together into a YouTube video, and I will throw that into YouTube as well. So that'll be in the newsletter. I have a lot of big things happening this year, and I'm just taking them a step at a time. So make sure that you join my newsletter so you can hear all the wonderful things that I have going on, the things that I have planned. I want to be helpful to others, and these are the things that I'm trying to do to help you embrace your journey. So, and this is yours. A good neck stretch. I have a couple neck stretches, and actually, you know what? I will do a quick video for a neck stretch and maybe make that one of my posts. And then I'll make sure to add neck stretches into my Friday, because Friday, remember, we go Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday, I'll do exercises. On Friday, I put them all together into one circuit for you to see. So I will add those neck stretches into Fridays and give you a neck stretch to go along with it. I try to give it just a couple of seconds to let all the comments and stuff come through, because I am seeing comments on Facebook this morning, which is odd. I've never seen them. So this morning I'm seeing them, and I think they take a second to come through. So I try to give a little bit of time for it. Somebody has told me before that Facebook, when people comment, it takes about 30 seconds for it to come through. Which, if you think about it, if I'm only live for 40 minutes, 30 seconds is a long time. I've already moved on to something else. So again, remember, join my newsletter. If you're watching the replay, tell me you're watching the replay on Facebook. Comment newsletter if you want my link for the newsletter. If you want my YouTube link, I'll send you that, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Beginner, if you are interested in my beginners program, I'm trying to make sure that I've gone over everything this morning. And then if there's nothing else, guys, remember, this is your journey. Embrace it. And every step forward is a great step for you. So just remember that. Make your day, make yourself better tomorrow than you were today. And with that, I will say, Guys, I'll see you next time. Have a great day.